At the top stories, KwaZulu-Natal is bracing for more floods just a month after the province was devastated by flooding that claimed the lives of over 400 people. A red level 10 warning, the highest warning possible, has been issued by the South African Weather Service for disruptive rainfall in parts of KwaZulu-Natal. Let me bring in SABC News Assignment Editor in KwaZulu-Natal, Minoshni Pillay, for more on the story. Minoshni, good to have you on the program tonight. You have been on the ground today. What did you see? Talk to us about the extent of the damage.
Good evening, Blaine. I think the short of the long answer is that cities and towns that were impacted by floods last month on April 11th are unfortunately the very same coastal areas that have been the hardest hit from rains yesterday. Areas like eThekwini, the epicenter of these floods yet again. Areas north in the city, like Umhloti, Mercy, Tongaat. And critically, we have to speak, when we speak about extent of the damage, we have to speak about critical water, electricity, and network connectivity that have been out of bounds for many residents in these areas for the last 24 hours.
Yeah.
Even more this time, road infrastructure that has taken a beating not just last month, that is already severely compromised, that has taken a further beating now. And what we have is almost a little pockets of communities that can't get in or out, but remain water without electricity, without network connectivity. And so how do aid services that then come in? And that's something we're going to have to monitor and look at. I must also say, Blaine, when you ask about the extent of the damage, we cannot at this stage confirm the number that have been misplaced, the number that are missing, if any, and if any have lost their lives in the second round of.
Mino, talk to us about the response from both government as well as community groups.
Immediately on the ground, Blaine, from yesterday in areas like Tongaat and Mercy, immediate response has come from organizations within the community, residents themselves, community groups that have set up perimeter points, cordoned off roads that have caved in, assisted residents, deterred them from leaving, or assisted them to evacuate areas. A secondary line of response has been emergency response teams. At Umhloti, they spent several hours overnight and in the early hours of this morning trying to evacuate that community that has really taken the brunt of these floods. On site as well was members of the SANDF, the Road Traffic Inspectorate and Metro Police, but I must say more in a monitoring role. The SANDF really did not get their hands dirty in Umhloti today. They played more of a monitoring role, watching residents as they evacuated. It was really the search and rescue teams, the first that were on the ground really making headway. From local government, they are urging NGOs and social relief organizations to continue to partner with them. They're urging communities to open up more halls. We know from the last batch of floods last month, over 40,000 people are displaced. They continue to remain in these community halls. And so more room now needs to be made for others that have been displaced in the last 24 hours.
Through a disaster, Minoshni, you often see people coming to the fore, true humanity prevailing. Are you seeing that on the ground where people are rallying together and helping each other?
I promise you, Blaine, the first responders for me this time around have been each other, has been your neighbor, has been your neighborhood watch chairperson. These people are the ones that are literally saying to you, don't leave, don't drive down that road. It's too dangerous. Let me cook for your children. When we speak about first responders, they've done an incredible job in the last month and a half across all areas in the province. But I must say, the people of KwaZulu-Natal have come out, they've been resilient, and they continue to be resilient. For each other, for each other's families, no matter how hard it gets. I know everybody is quite weary in all parts of the province. The South African Weather Service saying that rains are continuing overnight and likely to move the coast into Mkhanyakude and King Cetshwayo. So we haven't seen the end of this last weather event yet, but really a resilient community that are really tired but doing so well to support each other as humanity at its best.
Look, this situation is precarious. Uncertainty prevails for many, dire in many parts. Our collective hearts go out to the people of KwaZulu-Natal who are going through it yet again. Appreciate your reporting, Minoshni. Stay safe, my friend. We will talk to you soon. Minoshni Pillay is SABC News Assignment Editor.